Good morning, student. Today we will start your fourth chapter, quadriviation of class 10. First of all, we have to know that what is the quadratic equation. Quadratic equation means any equation in which highest power is 2 is said to be quadratic equation. And for examples, this is 2x square minus 4x plus 9 is equal to 0. 3x square minus 12 is equal to 0. 4x square minus 9 is equal to 9x is equal to 0. These are all examples of quadratic equation. And 2x square is equal to 10. This is also example of a quadratic equation. In other words, we can say that any equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, c belong to real number, but a never equal to 0. What a never equal to 0 is said to be quadratic equation. And it is also said to be standard form of a quadratic equation. So it is clear for all of you that any equation in which highest power is 2 is said to be quadratic equation, and we compare this definition with its standard form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a, b, c are any three real number but a never equal to 0, because when a equal to 0 then the term of x square is finished and the highest power of this equation is 1, then it will be changes in linear equation. So it is compulsory when which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then a must be never equal to 0. Now there are some examples. This is exercise 4.1 of your chapters, and the first question is in which the following equations are quadratic or not. There are some equations are given and asking from us which of the following are quadratic and which of the following are not quadratic, and we know only that equations are quadratic in which highest power is 2. So first question is x plus 1 square is equal to 2 times x minus 3. Without solving we cannot direct to c power 2 which is quadratic, because we actually correctly weigh which is quadratic or not. First of all, we change any equation in the standard form, and standard form is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So by c the power highest power 2, we cannot say directly which is quadratic or not. So first of all, we convert these equation in the standard form. So by solving it, we know the formula of a plus b square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this is x square plus 1 plus 2x is equal to 2x minus 6. Here a plus b square, this is a square plus b square 1 square 1 plus 2ab, 2 into x into 1 is 2x, and 2 is multiplied by x minus 3 which is 2x minus 6, and then x square plus 1 plus 2x minus 2x and plus 6 equal to 0. 2x and 2x is cancelled out. Therefore, x square plus 1 plus 6 plus 7 equal to 0. And in this question, we see the highest power is 2 and which is of the standard form. Here a equal to 1, b equal to 0 because the term of x is missing, and c equal to 7. So which is quadratic equation, because here the highest power is 2. So we can say that yes, it is a quadratic equation. Now the second question is x minus 1 multiplied by x plus 1 is equal to x minus 1 multiplied by x plus 3. So first of all, we simplify the equation of left hand side as well as right hand side. So by simplifying, we get x square plus x minus 2x minus 2 is equal to x square plus 3x minus x minus 3. This implies x square plus x minus 2x minus 2 minus x square minus 3x plus x plus 3 equal to 0. Now we see x square and x square is cancelled, and then x plus 1x. This is 2x. X plus 1x, 2x, and minus 2x is also cancelled. This implies minus 3x minus 2 plus 3. This is plus 1 equal to 0. And in this question we see the highest power of variable is 1. So this is linear equation, not also quadratic. So we can say that which is not quadratic equation. And the third part is x plus 2 power 3 is equal to 2x x minus 1. Now by solving this equation, we know the formula of a plus bq is aq plus bq plus 3a square b plus 3b square a, or some students learn this formula aq plus bq plus 3ab multiplied by a plus b. So using the formula of a plus bq, this is aq plus bq and plus 3a square b. So this is 6x square and plus 3b square a. So this is 12x, and which is equal to 2x cube minus 2x after multiplying. First of all 2x is multiplied with x square, which is 2x cube, and then 2x is multiplied by minus 1, which is minus 2x. And after the calculation, this will be in this side x cube plus 8 plus 6x square plus 12x minus 2x cube plus 2x is equal to 0, and plus x cube and minus 2x cube, this is minus x cube, and plus 6x square, and next term of x 12x plus 2x, this is 14x, and this is minus 8, plus 8 is equal to 0. Now in this question we see the highest power variable is 3, so which is not quadratic equation because which is a cubic equation. What here the question is in which the following are quadratic equation, so we can say that which is not a quadratic equation. Now the next one more example is x plus 1 over x. Now we take another example, x plus 1 over x plus 1 over x, which is quadratic, yes or no? So by solving this equation, x is the LCM, therefore x into x square plus then x and x is cancelled, so 1 is equal to 3. Now 3 means 3 upon 1, by cross multiplying we get x square plus 1 is equal to 3x, and 3x went in left hand side, then minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. Now in this question we see the highest power variable is 2, so which is a quadratic equation. Now it is clear all of you what equation are quadratic and what equation are not quadratic. The idea of this by solving and convert in the standard form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now the second question of this exercise is there are some problems are given and they are converted to quadratic equation. The statement of Segolay replied the following situation in the form of a quadratic equation. We have given in the question number 2 some situation and we convert the situation in the quadratic form. And the first situation is the area of a rectangular part is 520 meters square and length of the plot is 1 more than the twice of its width. And represent this situation in the form of a quadratic. So first of all we make a rectangle. And according to condition it is given that the length of the rectangle is 1 more twice of its width. So when we suppose the twice of a rectangular plot is x meter, then its length must be 2x plus 1 meter because it is given the length of a rectangular plot is 1 more than twice of its width. So when we assume the width is x meter, then the length of plot must be 2x plus 1 meter. Now according to conditions, according to conditions. Now here condition is given. The area of this rectangular plot is 520 meter square. Therefore, area is equal to 528 meter square. And we know the area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. Therefore, 2x plus 1 length multiplied by breadth is equal to 528. Now we multiply, this is 2x square plus 1x is equal to 528. This implies 2x square plus x minus 528 is equal to 0. This is required quadratic equations. Now the second part of this question is the product of two conjective integer 306. Solve this equation in the quadratic form. Now here the question is product of two conjective integers. Conjective means one after. Means for example, when we have one integer is given 3, then the second integer is either 4 or second integer is either 2. Conjective integer. We know the integers are 0, 1, 2, 3 and up to so many. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, these are all integers. What conjective integer? Only that which are adjacent. Just like 0 and 1 conjective integer, 0 and 2 are not conjective integer because 2 is not adjacent to 0. In simple word we can say that any two numbers are said to be conjective when they are neighbor. We see when 0 is an integer, then its neighbor is minus 1 or plus 1. So in conjective integer we see the difference is always 1. When the first integer is 0, then second is 1, and one first is 1, then second is 2. When second is 2, then other is 3. So in conjective integer, for example 2 and 3, 1 and 2, minus 1 and 0, minus 2 and 1. Minus 2 and minus 1. We see always the difference between conjective integer is always 1. So when we assume first integer is x, then second integer must be x plus 1. So here we suppose first integer. Suppose first integer is equal to x. Therefore second integer. So फिर second integer. Therefore second integer. Second integer is equal to x plus 1. Now according to condition it is given that the product of conjective integer is 306. Therefore x multiplied by x plus 1 is equal to 306. Now by multiplying we get x square plus x minus 306 equal to 0, which is the required quadratic equation. Now the third part of this question is Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. The product of their ages in 3 years from now is 360. Write this problem in the quadratic form. So first of all it is given the Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. So when we suppose the age of Rohan is x year, then the age of his mother is 26 years. So first of all we assume the present age of Rohan. So let us assume suppose present age of Rohan. Suppose present age of Rohan is equal to x years, and here it is given that Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. So when we assume the age of Rohan is x year, then age of his mother must be x plus 26 years. Therefore age of Rohan's mother Therefore, age of Rohan mother must be equal to x plus 26 years. Now, according to conditions, the product of their ages is 360. Therefore, x into x plus 26 is equal to 360. Now, by solving this equation, x square plus 26x minus 360 equal to 0. This is the required quadratic form. And in the fourth part, it is given a train travels a distance of 480 km at a uniform speed. If the speed of the train is 8 km per hour less than its original speed, then it would be have take 3 hours more than to cover the same distance. So write this write this situation in the quadratic form. So first of all, it is given a train travels at a distance of 480 km. So it is given a train which has covered the distance of 480 km. Suppose A and B are in 2 points and the distance between A and B is 480 km. So given a train travels a distance of 480 km at a uniform speed, and train will running at a uniform speed. If the speed is 8 km per hour less than its original speed, then it is compulsory they take more time, and they take more means they take 3 hours more compared to other time. So we know first of all, here we need to find the time when the train traveling in the uniform speed, and also taken time when the speed is 8 km hour less than from per kilometer. So first of all, we let suppose original uniform. Suppose uniform speed of train. Uniform speed of train is equal to x kilometer per hour. Suppose uniform speed of train is x kilometer per hour, and we know the formula of time. The formula of time is equal to distance upon speed. This formula is derived or learned with the help of STD. When we forget this formula, then we learn STD. STD means actually subscribing telecommunication diary. What here STD means? Speed, time and distance. We combine S and T and D separately. Obtain this formula. Speed into time equal to distance. So when we find out here T, then which is equal to D upon S, and when we find here S, then which is equal to D upon T, and here we need to find the time. So the formula of time is distance upon speed. Therefore, original time. Because the formula of time is distance upon speed, and distance is 480 upon next speed is x kilometer, and when we decrease the speed 8 km per hour, therefore new speed of train, then new speed of train, because uniform speed is x, therefore new speed is x minus 8 km per hour. Then distance is also same, because here it is given it would be have 3 hours more to cover the same distance. So it is clear, distance is same. So the new time means when the speed of train is 8 km per hour is less than. Then the new time equal to distance upon speed, and distance is same because it is given, and the speed is x minus 8. Now according to condition, when speed of train is diminished 8 km per hour, then it is compulsory. He take more time, and it is given he take 3 hour more. Means the new time is 3 hour more compared to this time. So 400 upon x minus 8. This is new time, and this is original time or old time, and new time is 3 hour more. When this is 3 hour more, when v plus 3 in other sides. So next, by solving, x minus 8 is the LCM. So x minus 8, so this is additive 480, and this is x is LCM. So this is 480 plus 3x. Now we take 3 is the common from this to easily calculation. 480 upon x minus 8, 3 is take is the common, then this is 160 plus x upon x, and 3 is cut from this. 3 1 the 3, 3 6 the 80, 160. So by cross multiplying we get 160x is equal to 160x plus x square minus 1280, because 16 for 128, 1280 and minus 8x. Now y calculating 160x and 160x is cancelled, and there is only 0. So this is written in the form x square minus 8x minus 1280 equal to 0, which is required quadratic equations. Good morning students, today we will start the second exercise of 4th chapter of 10th class quadratic equations, and the first question of this exercise is solve the following equation by method of factorization. And the method of factorization we read already in the lower classes, and we know in the method of factorization, first of all we product the coefficient of x square as well as a constant term. So by product the coefficient of x square and constant term, we get 1 multiplied by minus 10, because the coefficient of x square is 1. So 1 multiplied by minus 10 is equal to minus 10. And by sum the coefficient of x, and the coefficient of x is minus 3. So here we find the factor of 10 having product is minus 10 and sum is minus 3. And we know these two factors are 5 and 2, because the difference between 5 and 2 is 3. What here according to sum it will be equal to minus 3. So we take 5 is minus and 2 is a positive, because when we multiply minus 5 by 2, minus 5 and 2, then it will be equal to minus 10, and then we adding minus 5 and 2, then it will be equal to minus 3. So these are the suitable factors. So this equation can be written in the form x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 equal to 0. And we noted here the first term and last term of given equations are additive. X square is additive, minus 10 is additive. Only we split the middle term. Why this reason? With this reason, this method is also said to be split the middle term. So which is equal to, now we take common first two term and last two term. While taking common x first two term, which is equal to x minus 5, and 2 is common last two terms, and then which is also equal to x minus 5, because when we take common x, then here x minus x is taken common, then minus 5, and next two term 2 is common from these two terms, so we taken common 2, and here is x minus 2 is common, so there is 5, because we multiply by check. X multiplied by x, x square, x multiplied by minus 5, minus 5x, plus 2 multiplied by x, 2x, and 2 multiplied by minus 5, minus 10, equal to 0. And in any quadratic equation, when we solve it by method of factorization, then when here the term of x minus 5, then here the term must be x minus 5. In other words, we can say that these two factors are always same when we solve any quadratic equation by method of factorization. So here x minus 5 is common from both the terms and remaining factor is x plus 2. So there are two factors, x minus 5 and x plus 2. X minus 5 is the common factor and x plus 2 is the remaining factor. Now put these two factors 1 by 1 equal to 0 when x minus 5 is equal to 0. This implies x equal to 5. Similarly, when x plus 2 equal to 0, this implies x equal to minus 2. So we have required values of x, and these are 5 and minus 2, and which is our required solution. The second part of this question is 2x square plus x minus 6. Same, this is solved by method of factorization, and I tell already in the method of factorization we multiply the coefficient of x square and constant term, and when we multiply 6 minus 6 by 2, then which is equal to minus 12. So for product it will be make minus 12, and by adding coefficient of x, and there is no coefficient of x, and when no coefficient of x, then it must be equal to 1. So coefficient of x is 1. So for sum it will be equal to 1. Now we find the factor of 12 having sum is 1, and these two factors are 4 and 3, because the difference between 4 and 3 is 1. Now we take 4 is positive and 3 is negative, because 4 plus minus 3 equal to 1, and 4 multiplied by minus 3 equal to minus 12. So 4 and minus 3 are suitable factor of 12 which satisfy these two conditions. So this can be written 2x square additive, minus 6 also additive, because the first term and last term are additive, and we split only middle term, and 1x can be written 4x minus 3x. So this is 4x minus 3x equal to 0. Now take common from first two term and as well as last two term. First two term we see the common is 2x. So x plus 2, and next common is minus 3, and x plus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore x plus 2 and 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Put x plus 2 equal to 0. Put x plus 2 equal to 0, we get x equal to minus 2. Similarly, put 2x minus 3 equal to 0, therefore 2x equal to 3, therefore x equal to 3 by 2. So we have the required value of x minus 2 and 3 by 2. These are the solution of this quadratic equation. Now its third part is root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 equal to 0. Now we product the coefficient of x square and constant term. We get root 2 multiplied by 5 root 2. So see here root 2 multiplied by 5 root 2, and it will be 5 root 2 multiplied by root 2, that is 2. 5 to the 10. So by product it will be equal to 10. Now y adding, which is coefficient of x. Y adding coefficient of x equal to 7. So here we find as these two factors of 10 having sum is 7, and that factors are 5 and 2. Because these are factor of 10, so must be product equal to 10. What is sum is 7. So we can say that 5 and 2 are suitable factor of this quadratic equation. So it can be written in the form root 2x square and plus 5x plus 2x and plus 5 root 2 plus 5 root 2 plus 5 root 2 equal to 0. Now we see in the first two term, the term of common is x. So it will be equal to root 2x plus 5. And last two term, we see the term of common is root 2. Because root 2 is common in what reason? Because 2 can be written root 2 multiplied by root 2. So we take common is root 2 and here root 2x plus 5. We check this. Here common is x is simplified, that is root 2x plus 5. Here common is root 2. Root 2 multiplied by root 2 x, that is 2x, and plus root 2 multiplied by 5 root 2. So there is root 2x plus 5 and next is x plus root 2 is equal to 0 because root 2x plus 5 is common factor and remaining factor is x plus root 2. Now put 1 by 1, these are all equal to 0. First of all, when put root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, this implies root 2x is equal to minus 5. This implies x equal to minus 5 upon root 2. And next factor is x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, x equal to minus root 2. So, required values. And these are minus 5 upon root 2 and minus root 2. And the fourth part of this question is 2x square minus x plus 1 by 8 equal to 0. Because which is not in the standard form. So first of all, we write this equation in the standard form. So we take common 8. This is 16x square. We take LCM. LCM of 8, it means 2x square upon 1, it means x upon 1. So LCM of 8, 1 and 1 is 8. So here 16x square minus 8x and 8 is cancelled out, then plus 1 equal to 0. So by cross multiplying we have 16x square minus 8x plus 1 equal to 0, which is the standard form of a quadratic equation. And standard form is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now multiply coefficient of x square and constant term, we get 16 multiplied by 1. This is 16. So we take any two factors having product is 16 and whose sum is minus 8 because whose sum is always coefficient of x. So we find the two factor of 16 whose sum is minus 8 and these two factors are minus 4 and minus 4. Because when we multiply minus 4 with minus 4, then this is plus 16, and when we adding minus 4 and minus 4, then it will be equal to minus 8. So it can be written 16x square minus 4x plus 1 equal to 0. Because method of factorization, the first term and the last term are additive and only we split the middle term. Now take common from first two terms. And the common is 4x, this is 4x minus 1 and next two term is minus 1, this is 4x minus 1 again equal to 0. Now common factor is 4x minus 1 and remaining factor is also 4x minus 1. Now by put term by term or 1 by 1 4x first factor equal to 0, then second factor equal to 0. And when we put 4x minus 1 equal to 0, therefore 4x is equal to 1, therefore x equal to 1 by 4. Now the second factor is also 4x minus 1. So when again we put 4x minus 1 equal to 0, we get x equal to 1 by 4. Therefore, the suitable value of x are 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. And the second question of this exercise is x square minus 55x plus 750 equal to 0. This is also solved by method of factorization. Now we product the coefficient of x square and constant term. And here we see the coefficient of x square is 1 and constant term is 750. So when we multiply 1 by 750, then we get 750. So we find the factor of 750 whose sum is minus 55. Whose sum is minus 55 because sum is always coefficient of x. Now we want to add two factors of 750 whose sum is minus 55. And we can find these directly, and when we cannot find the directly factor, then it will be made by method of factorization. So 750, this will be cut by 2 because even number 2 3 ka 6 and 7 2 ka 14 and 5 2 ka 10. Next, it will be cut by 3 1 the 3 3 2 the 6, yes, 3 1 the 3 3 2 the 6 and 15 3 5 the 15. Again, which is cut by not 3. So this is divisible by 5. 5 2 the 10 and 5 5 the 25. Now we check 10 by 10 5 to the 2 3 the 6, 6 5 the 30 and 30 and 25. Because these product of these are factor is 30. And next is 25, so we get 30 and 25 because its sum is 55. So we take minus 30 and minus 25. These are the suitable factor of 750 having sum is minus 55 because when we multiply minus 30 by minus 25, then it will be 750 because these are factor of 750 minus and minus positive 750, and when we adding these two factors we get minus 30 plus minus 25, we get minus 55. So this equation can be written x square minus 30x minus 25x plus 750 is equal to 0. Now taking common from first two term is x, this is x minus 30, and next two term is minus 25, this is also x minus 30 is equal to 0. So one factor is x minus 30 and another factor is x minus 25 is equal to 0. Now by putting one by one these two factors is 0, when we put x minus 30 equal to 0, we get x equal to 30. And when we put x minus 25 equal to 0, we get x equal to 25. And these two values are roots of the given equation which satisfy the equations. And the next question is find two numbers whose sum is 27 and whose product is 182. So let find two numbers whose sum is 27. Let first number is x. Let first number be x. Therefore second number must be 27 minus x because it is given. Find two numbers whose sum is 27. So when we suppose the first number be x, then the second number must be 27 minus x because when we add these two numbers we get 27. By check x first number plus second number 20 minus x, and which is equal to 27. So when we assume first number is x, then second number must be equal to 27 minus x. Now according to condition, Now according to conditions, and here condition is given whose product is 182. So x multiplied by 27 minus x, because this is first number and this is second number, and its product is 182, means x multiplied by 27 minus x is equal to 182. So this is 27x minus x square and minus 182 equal to 0. Now we take common minus, or dividing whole equation by minus 1. So this is positive and this is negative and this is positive. When we negative multiply with minus 1 or divided by minus 1 an equation, then which is wholly changed. So this is minus and this is positive, minus and this is negative and also positive. Now it will be also it will be changed in quadratic equation. And now we find the factor of 182, because 1 into 182. For product it will be equal to 182, and by adding it will be equal to minus 27, because in the method of factorization we know first of all we product the coefficient of x square as well as a constant term, and coefficient of x square is 1 and constant term is 182. So 1 multiplied by 182 means 182. So by product we want to make 182, and by adding we want to make minus 27. So here we find any two factor of 182 whose sum is minus 27, and these two factors we find the method of factorization. For 2, this is 91, and next by 7 this is 13, and we see here 14 and 13, 7 to the 14 and remaining is 13. So required factor are minus 14 and minus 13. When we multiply minus 14 with minus 13, then which is equal to 182, because 14 and 13 are factor of 182. And when adding minus 14 and minus 13, then it will be equal to minus 27. So we can say that minus 14 and minus 13 are suitable factor of this quadratic equation. So it can be written x square minus 14x minus 13x plus 182 is equal to 0. Now taking common x from first two terms, it will be x minus 14 and minus 13 common. Next two terms we get x minus 14. So the first factor is x minus 14, this is a common factor, and remaining factor is x minus 13 is equal to 0. Now by putting these two factors 1 by 1 0, we get x minus 14 is equal to 0. Therefore x equal to 14. And secondly, put x minus 13 equal to 0, we get x equal to 13. So these required numbers are 13 and 14, whose sum is 27 and product is 182. The fourth question of this exercise is find two conjective positive integers whose sum of square is 365. And the conjective positive integers are also said to be natural number. And we know in the natural number can be written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and up to so many. So we take here two conjective positive integers. And when we take 1, then the second integer is 2. When 2, then second is 3. These are conjective. Conjective means they are pass by pass, means they are neighbor. As 1 and 2 are neighbor, 2 and 3 are neighbor, 3 and 4 are neighbor, 4 and 5 are neighbor. We see here when first conjective integer is x, then second must be x plus 1. In the positive integer, here one point is to be noted. Sometimes we say when first integer is second, then first integer is x, then second may be x minus 1. What x minus 1, the root is not valid in the positive integer because which is satisfied all the number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and up to infinite. What according to when we take 1, then 0 is not positive integer. So we cannot take x and x minus 1 are the consecutive positive integer. So it is the accurate when the first positive integer is x, then second must be x plus 1. So we take first, let first positive integer. Let first positive integer is equal to x. Therefore second must be x plus 1. Now according to conditions, find two consecutive positive integer whose sum of square is 365. Therefore according to conditions, x square plus x plus 1 square, whose sum of square means the square of first number and square of second number and their sum is equal to 365. Now by simplifying this equation, x square additive, and here is formula a plus b square, and which is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab, and that is minus 365. Now by solving x square plus x square, this is 2x square and plus 2x plus 1 minus 365 minus 364 equal to 0. Now by dividing x square, by dividing 2, which is x square plus x minus 182 equal to 0, because 2 is common from all the term. So we dividing the whole equation with 2, we get x square plus x minus 182 equal to 0. Now we multiply the coefficient of x square with constant term. So 1 multiplied by minus 182 means minus 182. So by product we want to make 182, and by sum we make the coefficient of x, and this is equal to 1. So here we find the factor of 182 whose sum is 1. So it can be made with the help of factorizations. So this is divisible by 2 and 91, and this is divisible by 7, this is 13 and these two factors 7 to the 14 and 13. So 14 and 13 are required factors. This is 14 and 13, and because sum is plus 1 and product is minus 182, therefore 14 is positive and 13 is negative. Because when we product 14 and minus 13, then it will equal to minus 182, and when we add 14 and minus 13, then it will be equal to plus 1. So 14 and minus 13 are suitable factor of this quadratic equation. So it can be written as x square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 equal to 0. Now taking common x from first two terms, there is x plus 14 and minus 13 is common from next two terms. There is also x plus 14 is equal to 0. Therefore first factor is x plus 14 and second factor is x minus 13. Now by putting turn by turn these two factors equal to 0, we get x equal to minus 14 and x equal to plus 13. So the required values of x are minus 14 and 13. Now the next question is the altitude of a right angle triangle is 7 cm less than its base when hypotenuse is 13 cm. Find the other two sides. In this question we have given the relation of altitude and base, and hypotenuse is directly given in centimeter, and then we find the base and altitude. And here the relation is given the altitude of a right angle triangle. Here we have given a right angle triangle. we have given a right angle triangle, and in which, and we know right angle triangle, any triangle in which one angle is 90 degree is said to be right angle triangle. And here given the altitude of a right angle triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. Suppose base is x, therefore altitude is x minus 7. It is clear. When we suppose base is x centimeter, then altitude is x minus 7 centimeter, because it is clear given the altitude of a right angle triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. So when we suppose the base of right angle triangle is x centimeter, then altitude must be x minus 7 centimeter. When hypotenuse is 13 centimeter, hypotenuse is also given 13 centimeter. Then find the other two sides, and other two sides means base and perpendicular, and base or perpendicular are both depends upon the values of x. So we solve this problem, and we know by Pythagorean triplet or by Pythagoras theorem we can say that the square of biggest side is always equal to sum of square of other two sides. So in this triangle, because h square equal to p square plus b square, means in any right angle triangle always hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So hypotenuse is 13, which is 13 square, and p is x minus 7 square, and plus b is x square. Means 13 square equal to x minus 7 square plus x square, which is 169. So by solving this, a square plus b square minus 2ab, a minus b whole square, which is a square plus b square minus 2ab, and plus x square. Now while solving this equation, we solving as like terms, x square plus x square, this is 2x square, and minus 14x, and plus 49 minus 169, and then it will be equal to minus 120. Now whole equation is divided by 2, because 2 is common in all the terms. So by dividing 2 we get x square minus 7x plus 70 minus 60 equal to 0. Now we find the factor of 60 whose sum is minus 7, because coefficient of x square is 1 and constant term is minus 16. While product 1 and minus 60 we get minus 60. So we find the factor of 60 whose sum is minus 7, and these are minus 12 and 5, minus 12 and 5, because when we multiplied minus 12 with 5, then this is equal to minus 60, and when we add in minus 12 and 5, then it will be equal to minus 7. So we can say that these minus 12 and 5 are two suitable factors of this quadratic equation. So it can be written x square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 equal to 0. Now taking common x first two terms, x minus 12, and taking 5 next two terms, we get x minus 12. And here x minus 12 is a common factor, and other factor is x plus 5. And by putting these two factors term by term 0, we get x equal to 12 and x equal to minus 5. But the side cannot be negative, so minus 5 is rejected. So minus 5 is rejected, so we get x equal to 12. So when x equal to 12, therefore base equal to 12 centimeter and perpendicular is equal to x minus 7. Means 12 minus 7 is equal to 5 centimeters. So 12 and 5 are other two sides of this right angle triangle. The sixth question of this exercise is: a cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. It was observed in a day that the cost of production of each article in rupees was 3 more than the twice of the article produced on that day. If the total cost of the production on that day was rupees 90. Find the number of article and the cost of each article. In this question, it is given clearly a cottage industry produce the number of article in that day and the cost of each article in rupees is 3 more the twice of number of article producing by on that day. When the total cost is 90, then find the number of article and cost of each article. So first of all, we suppose the cottage industry or the industry produce number of articles on per day is equal to X. Therefore, according to condition, the question is again we write a cottage industry produce a certain number of poultry articles in a day if it was observed in a day that the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice of the article. So when we assume a cottage industry produce X number of articles in per day, therefore cost of each article and cost of each article is 3 more the twice of a number of articles produced in per day. So cost of each article is 2x plus 3 rupees is equal to 2x plus 3 rupees. Now it is given the total cost is rupees 90 and we know the total cost is obtained by multiplying the number of articles with cost of each article. Therefore, x multiplied by 2x plus 3 is equal to 90. Now, by solving it, we get 2x square plus 3x minus 90 equal to 0. Now, we multiply the coefficient of x square with constant term. 2 multiplied by minus 90, we get minus 180. So here we find the factor of 180 whose sum is 3 because sum is always coefficient of x and coefficient of x is 3. So we find the two factor of 180 whose sum is 3 and these factors are obtained by method of prime factorization. First of all, it is divisible by 2 and this is 90 again by 2, 45 and again by 3, this is 15. Now we see the difference is 3 because 2 to the 4, 4 3 is 12 and 15 and the difference between 12 and 15 is 3. So 12 and 15 are the required factor and these can be written in the form plus 15 and minus 12. Because when we multiplied 15 with minus 12, then which is equal to minus 180 and when we adding 15 and minus 12, then we get plus 3. So 15 and minus 12 are required factor of this quadratic equation. So it can be written 2x square plus 15x minus 12x minus 90 are equal to 0. Now taken common first two terms. We get x is common, so 2x plus 15 and next two term is common minus 6. Again 2x plus 15. So 2x plus 15 is common factor and remaining factor is x minus 6. So when we put 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. This implies 2x is equal to minus 15. This implies x equal to minus 15 upon 2. And what is the meaning of x? X is the number of articles which produce cottage industry in per day. What we know, the number of articles cannot be negative. So object x equal to minus 15 upon 2. Therefore, by putting second factor x minus 6 equal to 0. We get x equal to 6. Therefore, a cottage industry produce the number of article in per day is 6. Therefore, number of article producing by cottage industry in per day is equal to 6, and cost of each article is 2x plus 3, making twice of number of article more than 3. 2 into 6 plus 3 is equal to 50, and cost of per article is rupees 50. Now we start the exercise 4.3 of the chapter quadratic equation, and the first question of the chapter is find the nature of roots. Now first of all we discuss about the nature of roots, and we know when d equal to 0. And what is d here? D means discriminant, and discriminant is equal to b square minus 4ac. When we compare any equation with standard form, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then d can be find out by the help of b square minus 4ac. And when d equal to 0, then the roots are equal. And secondly, when d is greater than 0, then the roots are real. And thirdly, when d is greater than or equal to 0, then the roots are also real. Here the roots are real and unequal. And when d greater than or equal to 0, then roots are real. And fourth, when d is perfect square. Then roots are rational. Rational, we know that number which can be rationalized, or that number which are in the form of p upon q, where p and q are relative prime to each other and q never equal to 0. There are 4 conditions directly without solving the equation we find its nature. First condition is when discriminant equal to 0, then roots are equal, where discriminant is equal to b square minus 4ac. Second condition is when d greater than 0, then roots are real and unequal. And third, when d is greater than or equal to 0, then roots are real. And when d is perfect square means that number having square root is a natural number. For example, 1 is perfect square number, 4 is perfect square number, 9, 16, 25, 225, 196. These are all examples of perfect square, because the square root of all these number is a natural number. So when d is perfect square, then roots are rational. Now we start the first question of this exercise. And the first question is find the nature of roots. First question is 2x square minus 3x plus 5, and we compare it with standard form of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Therefore a equal to 2, a means coefficient of x square, and b means coefficient of x, and c means constant term. So a is 2, b is minus 3, and c is 5. Because d equal to b square minus 4ac, and this is minus 3 square, value b is minus 3, and a is 2 and c is 5. Minus 3 square equal to plus 9, and minus 4 to the 10, 10 5 the 50. 9 minus 50 is equal to minus 41. Now because b is negative, and when d is negative, then roots are not there. Here fifth condition is also to be noted. When d less than 0, then the roots are not real. So here d less than 0, therefore roots are not real. roots are not real. And the second part of this question is 3x square minus 4 root 3x plus 4 equal to 0, which is also compared with the standard form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So we get here a equal to 3, v equal to minus 4 root 3 and c equal to 4. Therefore d is equal to b square minus 4ac, and by putting the value of abc we get the value of b is minus 4 root 3 b square minus 4, the value of a is 3 and the value of c is 4. And by solving minus 4 square plus 16 root 3 square 3, 16 multiplied by 3, this is 48, minus 4 3 the 12, 12 4 the 48. 48 minus 48 equal to 0, and we know when d equal to 0 then roots are equal. We see the condition of first. When d equal to 0 then roots are equal. Therefore roots are equal. Therefore roots are equal. Now in third condition, third questions, compare standard form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. We get a equal to 2, b equal to minus 6 and c equal to 3. Therefore d equal to b square minus 4ac. And what is d? b minus 6 square minus 4 is 2 and c is 3. So this is minus 6 square 36 and 4 to the 8, 8 3 the 24. So 36 minus 24 is equal to 12, and which is positive. So roots are real and unequal, because we see the conditions when d greater than 0 then roots are real and unequal. So roots are here real and unequal. And the second question of this exercise is find k when the following equation has two equal roots, and we know when in any quadratic equation the two roots are equal then discriminant must be equal to 0. We see the condition first, nature of roots. When d equal to 0 then roots are equal. So in this question it is given that forward value of k when the roots of given equations are equal. And we know because it is given roots are equal. Roots are equal. Therefore d must be equal to 0. Therefore d means discriminant equal to 0. That is v square minus 4ac is equal to 0. And when we compare this question with standard form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then we get a equal to 2, v equal to k and c equal to 3, because what is the meaning of a? Meaning of a is coefficient of x square, and meaning of b is coefficient of x, and meaning of c is constant term. So by putting the value of abc we get k square minus 4 2 into 3, because the value of a is 2 and the value of b is k and the value of c is 3. So which is equal to 0. This implies k square minus 4 to the 8, 8 3 the 24. K square minus 24 equal to 0. Therefore k square equal to 24. This implies k equal to plus minus 24. And this can be written by prime factorization. This is 2 root 6. Because 6 4 the 24 and square root of 4 is 2. So k is equal to plus minus 2 root 6 when this equation has two equal roots. Now its second part is also forward value of k when the two roots of these equations are equal. So first of all we write this equation in the standard form. In the given question the equation is not written or is not given in the standard form. So first of all we solve the equation. and convert into standard form. This implies by multiplying kx with x, we get kx square. Again kx with minus 2, we get minus 2kx, and plus 6 equal to 0. Now this equation is converted in standard form, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So here a equal to k, b equal to minus 2k, and c equal to 6. Because meaning of a is coefficient of x square and here is k, and meaning of b is coefficient of x and that is here minus 2k, and c means constant term, means that term which is not present in x or which is independent from variable, and that will be here is 6. So a is k, b is minus 2k, and c is 6. Now because given two of its roots are equal, therefore d equal to 0. D means discriminant, and discriminant is equal to b square minus 4ac equal to 0. And by putting the value of abc, we get minus 2k square minus 4k, and c is 6 equal to 0. Therefore 4k square minus 24k is equal to 0. This implies 4k is common, and this is k minus 6 equal to 0. So when we put 4k equal to 0, we get k equal to 0.4 equal to 0. And second fact is k minus 6 equal to 0, therefore k equal to 6. So we can say that when the roots of this equation are equal, then either k equal to 0 or k equal to 6. The third question of this exercise is it possible to design a rectangular mango groove whose length is twice its width and area is 800 centimeter? If possible, then find length and breadth. In this question, it is given we made a rectangular groove whose length is twice of its width and whose area is 800 meter square. And then we made such types of rectangular groove, then find its length and width. First of all, we made a rectangular mango groove like this type, and it is given whose length is twice of its width. So when we suppose its width is x meter, then length must be 2x plus 2x meter. Sorry. It is possible to design a rectangular mango groove whose length is twice of its width. So suppose the width of rectangular mango groove is x meter, therefore the length is 2x meter. Now according to condition, it is given that its area is 800 meter square. The area of this rectangular groove is 800 meter square. So according to condition, it is given that the area is equal to 800. Now we know the area of rectangle is length into breadth. So 2x multiplied by x is equal to 800. This implies 2 is cut out by 800, we get 400. Therefore x square equal to 400. This implies x equal to plus minus square root of 400, and that will be plus minus 20. So we have two values of x, and first is plus 20 and second is minus 20. Minus 20 is rejected because the length and breadth of rectangular groove or any rectangle cannot be negative. But here the value of plus 20 is possible. Therefore, we have x equal to 20. So we can say that we design that types of rectangular groove having area is 800 meter square and length is twice of its width, which is possible. So we design or we made such type of rectangular rectangular mango group. Mango group. Such type of rectangular mango groups means we design that type of rectangular mango group whose length is twice of its width and whose area is 800 meters square. So its length, therefore length of a rectangular mango group is equal to 2x is equal to 2 times 20 is equal to 40 meter, and width of rectangular group is x meter and which is equal to 20 meter. And now we check when its area by multiply 40 into 20 we get 800 meters square. So we can say that we can design these types of mango group. Now the next question is the following situation is possible? The situation is given by if yes then find their present age, and the situation is the sum of ages of two friends is 20 years and 4 years ago the product of their ages was 48. Means in this question it is given that this situation is possible. The sum of ages of two friends is 20 years and 4 years ago the product of their ages is 48. And when this situation is possible then find their present ages. And according to this, when the age of first friend is x, then the age of second friend must be 20 minus x, because it is clear given that the sum of ages of two friends is 20 years. So suppose age of first friend, suppose age of first friend, age of first friend is equal to x. Therefore, age of second friend must be 20 minus x, because it is given that the sum of ages of two friends is 20, and when we adding the ages x and 20 minus x we get 20. So when first friend's age is x, then age of second friend is 20 minus x. Now it is also given that 4 years ago and 4 years ago product of their ages was 48. Now product of their ages before 4 years. The age of first friend before 4 years is x minus 4, and the age of second friend before 4 years 20 minus x minus 4. And according to condition the product of their ages before 4 years is 48. So this implies x minus 4 and 16 minus x is equal to 48. Now solving these two equations, this is 16x minus x square minus 16 4 plus 4x minus 48 equal to 0. So this is x square. By changing the sign of all equations, x square is positive. Now plus 16x plus 4x plus 20x, by taking minus common, so this is minus 20x minus 64 and minus 48. We get minus and taking minus common, so this is 2, 4 to the 12, so 4, 6, 10 and 11, 112 is equal to 0. And by solving we get this equation is x square minus 20x plus 112 equal to 0. Now first of all we find its discriminant, and discriminant is equal to b square minus 4ac, and this is equal to minus 20 square minus 4 is 1 and b is 112. This implies 400 minus multiplying 4 by 112 we get 448, and which is equal to minus 48. And we see here d is negative, And in the nature of roots, we know when d is less than 0, then roots are not real. Therefore, roots are not, roots means the value of x are not real. So this situation is not possible. So this situation is not possible. This situation not possible means we cannot find the ages of S types of two friends whose sum is 20 and product of their ages before 4 years is 48. So we cannot find these types of ages. And the next question and the last question of this exercise is it possible to design a rectangular park of perimeter 800 meter and area is 400 meters square? If yes, then find the length and breadth. In this question, it is given when in any rectangular park, its perimeter is 800 meter and area is 400 meters square, then it is possible or not. When this type of rectangular park is possible, then find its length and width. In this question, we assume that the length is x and width is y. It is possible. Suppose length of a rectangular park is x meter and width of rectangular park is y meter. Now it is given that because it is given perimeter is 80 meter. This implies 2 times x plus y. We know the perimeter of rectangle is 2 times length plus breadth is equal to 80 meter. Therefore x plus y is equal to 40. This implies we get the value of y is equal to 40 minus x and it can be written equation number 1. Now it is also given its area is 400 meters square because given area is equal to 400 meters square. And we know the area of rectangle is length into breadth. And this is 400 and this is x and the value of y is 40 minus x is equal to 400. And by solving we get x square minus x square and plus 40x. So it is minus 40x by this is 40x minus x square and minus 400 equal to 0. By solving this, we get 40x minus x square minus 400 equal to 0. Now taking minus common from the whole equation, we get x square minus 40x and plus 400 equal to 0. So it can be factorized or it can be written x minus 20 the whole square because it can be solved by method of factorization. We get the 2 factor minus 20 and minus 20 the factor of 400, but it can be written directly x minus 20 whole square because when we solved it, which is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab and which is equal to x square minus 40x plus 400. So we get the two value of x and both values are 20 and both values are positive, so all are possible. So we can say that we can design this type of rectangular park having perimeter is 800 meter and area is 400 meters square. Now we want to find its length and width. Therefore, length of rectangular park, and we assume the length of rectangular park is x meter, that is 20 meter, and breadth of rectangular park is y, and this is equal to 40 minus x, 40 minus x, and this is also equal to 40 minus 20 is equal to 20 meter. So here length is 20 meter and breadth is also 20 meters. Okay.